understands the importance of impacting other areas. I mean, last season he had his highest steals average of his career, and everything's upside with this young man. The sky's the limit.
Excellent point. Wizards trail by 7. It's Beal on the wing. Gibson with the steal. Here's Snell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And the Bulls making a change here. Moore's checked in.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Good on the shot. 10 points for John Wall.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Snell, no good. Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Beal, the pass to Oubre. Shoots the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Mike Dunleavy.
Washington calls timeout. And the thing, Greg, about Marcin Gortat, he's not a high flyer. He's not a super flexible athlete. But he's one of the best centers in the league because he's tough. And he's worked hard on developing his skills. And he always hustles.
Yeah, and he fights for position down low. A terrific screener, does a lot of that dirty work. And he's also very good at passing the basketball. You know, a lot more skilled, particularly in the pick and roll, than maybe people give him credit for. He can hurt a defense in a surprising number of ways.
Wizards trail by 12. There's Beal with the 3. And another miss by Washington.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
And that's a foul. Called on Bradley Beal. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Nene, he's checked in for Dudley. Gooden comes in for Gortat. Gary Neal's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Ramon Sessions with the steal. And now here comes Neal leading.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Fast break, here comes Chicago. Brooks with no one around. That 3 off the mark. Wizards trail by 10. Now Oubre, he dishes it to Sessions. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. In transition, here come the Bulls. Dunleavy with the ball. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display in that possession.
Left side, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Fires for 3. Washington gets it back. He feeds it to Dudley. 4 on the clock. Launches it. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Bairstow's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're Calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound. Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And when we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
From about 19 feet, and no good. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Wizards trail by 14. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Wizards. Otto Porter and Nene at the forwards. Garrett Temple is out there with Ramon Sessions. And it's Humphreys in at center.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
McDermott kicks to Rose. And Gibson, here we go. And he goes in for the dunk.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Here's Porter, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Otto Porter, hailing from a family of basketball players. His mom, All-State in '85. His 3 uncles won state titles. Deep basketball roots.
And how about the fact several of his cousins also won state championships, although Otto is the only one in the family to reach the NBA.
Drew Gooden has checked in for Washington. Gary Neal comes in for Sessions. Temple, count that one.
Garrett Temple.
Chicago leading by 19 points. Rose kicks to Gasol. And the rebound goes to Nene. Nene's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
You know, getting back to Otto Porter's basketball family, it really prepped him to compete. Your family is the first place you learn to navigate and win battles and competition. And that goes for sports and life.
That's his first personal foul.
Here is Rose, and there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's his first foul, and the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Gasol dishes to Rose. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded by Dudley. Gortat with the steal. McDermott with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Rose, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And talking about Porter, he certainly has worked hard to improve upon his weaknesses. That's a trait that's often instilled in a man at a young age. And he's not an explosive athlete, but his motor and want to compensate for that.
And Rose, wide open. He shoots. Here's Gibson. Goes up again. He takes it up and lays it in.
Plays like that, the hustle plays on the backboard, the second chance points, that it really cause problems all day for the defense.
Here's Dudley, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned, pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Snell, the feed to Gibson, stolen by Dudley.
They're doing well overall, but the turnovers have been the exception.
Yeah, it has been, and they've been able to overcome the carelessness to this point, but I'm sure the coaching staff wants that to get cleaned up right now.
And it's Rose penetrating, can't get it to go.
He's been wayward and just off on about about everything he's put up in this period.
And he gets it to go. 14 points here for Beal.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Portis, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. They double him with Wall. McDermott kicks to Gasol. There's the feed to McDermott. From deep. Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 15. 1:53 left in the fourth.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. 1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, Beal can't get it to go. On the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history, and Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time, so look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Gortat misses.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And after losing the first of this 4-game season series, they've gotten their revenge tonight, evening things up 1-1 with 2 games left to play against the Wizards.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Taj Gibson. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Wizards shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Good in defending. Ball's not loose, so it's Washington again turning it over. 34 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Neal outside. No good.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Dunleavy for 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bulls lead by 21.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
This sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And both free throws good from Heinrich. Here's Temple. Can they get it? They get it again. Here's Nene, and the layup's good off the glass.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.
Pal, this win was punctuated by some quality defensive plays. How important is the defensive execution to your success?
Well, defense got to be always our motor. You know, if we get some stops, we're doing a good job defensively, everything will